Welcome back to the channel. Today I was getting ready to move the toolbox that I keep in my truck for the winter back into my truck. I had it out on the trailer here. I was hauling some firewood, some other stuff with the truck, and I wanted the full bed. I keep it in for the winter just because I have some winter recovery type gear that's useful or possibly needed for the winter. And then in the summer, I usually leave it here on the trailer. It just has some other tools and equipment in it that I could possibly use when we tow our Jeep up to our camp or something else. So I figured I'm gonna lift this off of here. Figure I'd do a video kind of showing what I have in here for winter, and to give you an idea what my winter gear kit kind of looks like. All right, we got the box moved inside. This is just a pretty basic plastic toolbox, but keeps things dry, so it works for what I use it for. So what I keep in here, this blocking actually I use for when I put it in the truck. I use the 2x6s just to keep it off the front of the bed, just the way the bed's tapered. If you push all the way up, it basically rests right on this area and kind of pushes the lid forward a little bit. So I use those 2x6s, and then I use these 4x4s just to keep it from sliding left to right. But just glancing in here now, right on top, I have a soft case. I have a spotlight. Then I have a short shovel. A couple of times, we've had different times while we were hunting. Someone's gotten stuck. Shovel comes in handy a lot. And I have some rope, different sizes, just different things. A couple 100 feet of it. Probably about, there's 80 to 100 feet of rope here. It's about a ½ inch. And then this is an older rope that I've had for years. I don't even know how much is here, I forget. And then smaller 3/8 rope, there's probably about 30 or 40 feet here. And the main thing I use that for is where we hunt. There's a lot of different gas roads around, but there are some areas where you can get a deer and it is a very, very steep drag. There's some steep hills, so just use the rope if possible, and a snatch block on a tree to help pull the deer up over the hill. A piece of cable, I think this is 5/16 or 3/8 cable. Again, if you have a vehicle stuck or if you need help pulling it, if you need a little more room getting a deer out. Short piece of chain, this is about 8 feet worth of 3/8 grade 70 tow chain. I keep that in there in the winter, just really for anything, stuck vehicle. If I'm doing something, I need to chain something down. I think farther down I have a chain binder. Extension cord, I've needed that a few times over the years just for random things. A few different tarps. Again, while we've been hunting, we've had either a vehicle have an issue or been stuck or something where we've needed to climb underneath the vehicle. And it's nice to be able to throw a tarp down so you're not laying in snow or mud or whatever. So I have 3 different tarps. A couple fuel filters for my truck here. 2 different filters. One's an engine mounted filter and one's back underneath the bed. Let's keep a set of those in there for the winter. Some of this I won't pull out, but back here we have a hydraulic bottle jack. It is a 12-ton. I don't know that it would actually lift 12 ton, but it would lift what we have here. So obviously the handle for it. I have 4 2-inch ratchet straps. They fit in here easily, so let's keep them in here. Some baler twine, just in case you need to tie something down. 4 ratchet handles for the straps. Grab those out. All right, I keep it's a little bigger than a hatchet, a little smaller than an axe. But it's probably, I don't know, 24-inch handle or so on it. So keep that in here. if we come across a small tree down or something coming into our camp, it's about, I think it's roughly 3 miles of gravel road. That's state-owned gravel road from the pavement, but it's not necessarily kept up that well. So if there's a tree down or something, the state's not necessarily out there just to get it. An old mechanical type bottle jack. I can't remember where I got that, but just to back up, we got a small come along. Chain binder here. Like I said, there was one on the bottom. Just some random blocks, a couple of pairs of gloves and chunks of leather just to use as softeners on straps or whatever. Just a couple 2x4s, 2x6s. This is the crank handle. Pretty long, is about the length of the box here. That's for this mechanical jack. Water pump here is for my Jeep. I changed the one in my Jeep. That's one I took out. It was starting just to weep a tiny bit. So I swapped that out a while back, and then since it wasn't actually bad, that's the same water pump that's in my Jeep and my dad's Jeep. So I just tossed it in here just again in case we're hunting. We're not really close to anywhere, so if we would need something, we'd be able to use that to get out of a bind if we had to. I have a hitch receiver. I don't know what you'd call this, but it goes in your hitch receiver, and I can take that pin out then and attach a strap to it or something, give me a tow point on the back of a vehicle. I have a small crossbar, like lug nut crossbar. Just a chunk of towel, rag. Trailer connector adapter for the trailer. For some reason, if we rip the wiring out of the connector off the end of the wiring for where it plugs into the truck. Quart of oil for the Jeep, not necessarily for my truck. The pin came out. Some shackles. I think we got a 3/4, a 1/2 inch, and then this is a little 1/4 inch. Here's the pin for the one that I just dropped. Short sling, I think it's an 18-inch sling, and another shackle. Another shackle. 6x6 block. 4x6. I actually used to keep more blocks than that in here, but took a couple of them out. Another piece of rope. Smaller piece of, I'm not gonna call it string. It's almost like a 550 cord, but I don't know if that's what it really is, but it's that size. And then bungee cords. I have 8 bungee cords there, enough for 2 on each tire chain. A couple more small random pieces of rope. Those are usually what we use to tie over the pole where we hang deer. Another piece of chain. I don't remember what I threw that in here for. And then I'm not gonna get these out, but these are old diesel exhaust fluid containers that I cut the front out here, and I keep my tire chains in there. There are 2 tire chains in this container, 2 tire chains in that container, and then I have some extra links, a couple cross links that are spares, just some parts that if you had to repair the chains, you'd have the tools to do it. Those are fairly heavy tire chains. They're I'd have to get my calipers out and check them for sure, but I believe they're 5/16 inch links, and I bought those. Oh, they were on sale probably 20 years ago when I got them, and have used them quite a bit off and on over the years, and they have really come in handy. Again, where we do a lot of our hunting, it's not uncommon to get some fairly heavy snows where you can't get in and out, especially pulling the trailer without tire chains. So those have definitely come in handy. Let's see what else. Small roll duct tape. It's almost gone, but roll duct tape. That's not all I carry in the truck, not all I carry for winter, but that's all I carry in that box. When I bring the truck down to put this box in, I'll show you everything else I keep in the truck, sort of as my, I don't know, I guess emergency gear you call it or whatever, but winter gear, emergency gear. But this is what I carry in this box. I cut the two 4x4s to fit into the, I don't know if you want to call it stake pockets or whatever, on the side of the bed. You can see the one here on the front. And that just keeps the box from sliding side to side. And then you can see there's simple ratchet straps. The downside to this, since the box opens from the top and my tonneau cover folds up right there, you'd have to slide the box out, or there's just two large plastic like wing nuts that hold the tonneau cover on. So it takes a couple minutes to get into, but it's not terrible. All right, past the toolbox itself, something I keep in the truck year round, or some of the items I keep in year round, is a good set of jumper cables. I think these are 4-gauge cables that are about 20 feet long. And then that bag there just has, I don't know, about 5, 6 1-inch ratchet straps, about a half dozen or 8 or so bungee cords, a couple soft shackles, the reducer sleeve for my receiver hitch, a hitch pin, a couple adapters for the wiring plug-in, just some random stuff like that. But that stays, those two items stay in the truck year round. On the back of the truck here, keep a pair of mechanics gloves in the door pocket. Underneath this back seat, keep a folding shovel, military style folding shovel. Under the back seat in the storage compartment here, I got a flashlight, more rags, some warmer gloves, a toe strap. You can see the toe strap on here. Small piece of rope. And there's some other odds and ends in there, but on the passenger side, the storage underneath the seat's taken up with a subwoofer, an amp, and some stuff from the factory. But under the seat, I have an extra shirt, like a long sleeve t-shirt. Under the floor here is a little compartment. On the other side, on the driver's side, is where I keep my gooseneck ball. But on this side, got a few miscellaneous pins, a warmer hat here, first aid kit, and a small ratchet set. A little more smaller first aid kit. I got some band-aids and some real simple stuff in there. This is a bag of like a radiator stop leak. It's like a shrinking tape. I forget, it holds something like 20 psi. And then back here I got a roll of electrical tape. So just a lot of miscellaneous odds and ends. Stuff that I've kind of either needed over the years or just thrown in. I carry multiple lighters. In the center console, I probably have 3 or 4 lighters. Probably some smaller little odds and ends, nothing real important, but that's kind of just a quick overview of what the box is. Pretty much the black toolbox, something I just keep in the winter in the truck, and then the rest, the other few things I showed you in the truck, then I keep those in year round. I do in the center console have like a few snacks, stuff that stores without going bad in the truck, just in case we ever get caught in traffic or a bad storm or something, we're stuck for hours. We got the kids, they'll have something to snack on. So we have some non-perishable type snacks, stuff like that. I apologize for the wind, it's super windy. But if anybody has any questions on any of the stuff I showed, or if you have any suggestions, something obvious I'm missing or something important I'm missing, please, I'm open to suggestions and making the kit better. So appreciate everyone watching. If you're still here, I appreciate that. If you liked the video, hit the like, subscribe button. We really appreciate that, and we'll see you on the next video.